Well, hello everyone. It's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your Divine Masculine weekly forecast. So today's theme is caught in a web. So I wanted to do something kind of festive, so that's why I have like this spider web cloth, and I also created this tarot outline to just go into the different aspects of your connection this week. So I will list everything in the description box down below, what we're going to go into in today's reading here, as well as what we will cover over on the extended reading if you guys are interested in it. So I'll put that link down below, as well as all the cards I'm using here today and this beautiful Organite from Michelle from Wing and Bell. So I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing either a separation or a challenge in your connection. So please keep that in mind, but just take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. I also channel from the Divine Feminine's perspective, assuming that most of my viewers are Divine Feminines, but if it happens to be a different way, just apply the energy how it suits your situation. So let's get into the reading. We're going to first take a look and see what is the spider's energy. So your Divine Masculine's energy towards you this week, feminine. Let's go into the head space, so the thoughts. What are the thoughts that are rolling through this Divine Masculine's head when it comes to the feminine and their connection this week? So this is my Twin Flame Journey Tarot. No, sorry, not Tarot, Oracle Revised Edition. Okay, interesting. So we have the months of September, October, November. So it doesn't matter whether it's, it's autumn or it's, what would it be, spring somewhere else in the world. It's the months of September, October, November. This tells me here that you're really on the Divine Masculine's mind, feminine, during this season for whatever reason. So a lot of you, it could be this is when you fell in love. This could be when you met your masculine. This could also be when things fell apart too, because I'm really taking into consideration that word fall or fell, okay? But these particular months may just really remind your masculine of this connection. So he really thinks of you heavily during this period of time. He could just be thinking of you heavily right now. So let's go ahead and get another energy as to why you might be on his mind. So this is my Love Never Dies Oracle. Let's see what wants to come through here. We have Wanderer. Lost on a road of misery. So the word wanderer, for some reason, it's reminding me of that movie, The Host, and by Stephanie Meyer. She wrote that book, the same author of Twilight. She wrote a book, The Host, and I think that there was even a movie. So I don't know, there could be some kind of, even though it's kind of like a sci-fi, there could be some sort of dynamic or some kind of character or some storyline within that movie that connects to your connection. It just popped in my head, so I had to say it. But it does say lost on a road of misery. Ooh, it's like I fell from grace, or things fell apart after you and I separated. I'm actually getting that. So this masculine is now not just wandering, but wondering about the feminine. Does she still care about me? Has she fallen out of love with me? Is she falling for someone else? All of these things are coming to my mind. So I'm just spewing them off as they're coming. But this is in his mind. Remember, we got that skull energy. That's really like on the mind here. Let's go into the Divine Masculine Tarot here and see what else. Ooh, wow. Two of Cups. Feeling love for you. So really nostalgic I'm getting here. Really nostalgic on when you fell in love, the beginning stages of this connection. Maybe also thinking about how to rekindle this connection and fall in love all over again. So I just am getting from this particular message here that this Divine Masculine feels a little lost and a little miserable without this feminine, and is really desiring to maybe run into her or be with her, or their roads or their paths to cross once again during these next few months. So, I mean, September's already come and gone. We are in October, and then we have 1 month left, November. So this is like very soon, okay? So let's see what else is on the masculine's mind. What is the energy here? Interesting. We do have release, detach, relief, and freedom. I feel like because of this misery that the masculine feels because of the separation or the falling out, he wants to end this feeling. He wants relief from this energy. He wants freedom from this, I guess, burden that he feels because he feels lost and miserable without his feminine. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so this is funny. So I was just saying, it's a sci-fi movie, right? Kind of supernatural, kind of magical. It says, this love defies explanation. So it's kind of like in the movie that I was speaking of, the host, even though like it's her face, it's her body, the guy knows it's not her. So it's an energy. Okay. So the message that I'm getting here is that your masculine, even though he may have spent time with other people, or maybe he's tried to recreate this connection, or has tried to spend time with other people, it's not the same. It doesn't have the same feeling. Even if someone looks like you, feminine, they're not you. And that could be one of the reasons why this masculine is feeling somewhat miserable in the separation from you, is because nothing is matching up, and it just defies explanation at this point. Kind of like, how could that be? How could I feel this way? There must be something unnatural, as in there must be something, extraordinary or different about this connection. And I just feel like he's willing to, especially if there's something that he needs to release, or something he needs to let go of, or needs to change in order to have this, that he's willing to do this. So he's really thinking a lot about this, like what he needs to let go of or detach from in order to bring this love into his life, in order to either earn it again or to really cherish it again once he has it. Okay, so I feel like there was a death here, right? There was a walking away. I just can't be with you right now. So this, to me, what I just got is that this divine masculine was actually already feeling this when he let his feminine go. So he's thinking about the ending. He's thinking about when the two of you released. When he released you, or you released him, or you guys both kind of had a falling out. He's thinking a lot about this. And this is Scorpio's energy. So this is October, November energy. So it's very significant, this timing. So that's why I'm thinking that this had to have been either an ending or some huge shift, or something happened during that season, or during these months, are very significantly tied to your connection. So really thinking about the ending, really thinking about once he let you go, or once you let him go, walked away from each other, how a lot of things just haven't really worked out. This road has actually led to misery. I feel like if this masculine tried to detach himself from you, feminine, maybe thought that the grass was going to be greener on the other side, it actually didn't turn out to be that way. And so he's thinking about how much he lost, all this time that you guys have lost because of a certain decision that was made that just didn't actually turn out to be a good one. So a lot of thought about that right now. All right, let's get one more, and then we're going to go into the heart energy. Ooh, look at this. We have victim. So you can see someone who's crying there. We have wrong, injured, and suffering. Feminine, if you were really hurt by this masculine, brought a lot of tears to you because of the way that, either he ended things, or just the simple phrase, I just can't be with you right now. I need space. I need time. And this is how it made you feel. He's thinking a lot about how things, like the state that you were left in, or how he left things. Okay, but it does say victim. So this tells me here that maybe somebody was victimized here. And I just got too that this masculine, if he did hurt you, feminine, not that this is an excuse, but this is indicating to me that, hurt people end up hurting people. And so a lot of the trauma and a lot of the things that maybe this masculine had not worked on, he just kind of ended up hurting you and injuring you. Ooh, we have monster. Oh my gosh, I believed you could save me. I feel like this was a very broken masculine and feminine. I feel like at first, when he first met you or came together with you, it was very refreshing to him. He felt really good in your presence. He felt like maybe he could conquer the world. You kind of gave him some sort of life and a boost, if you will. But it's like after a while that wore off. And so he still ended things, or it could be that things started falling apart. You started seeing red flags, and because of some sort of monstrous behavior, you could have said, hey, I just can't be with you, so it could go either way. But this is what he's thinking about. He's thinking about maybe the monster that he was, his monstrous ways, how he victimized you, or maybe even a monster from his past. Maybe he was a victim, and he realizes through some time of separation that really affected him on a personal level, and kind of helped create a demise in this particular situation. This right here is this whole mystery. This connection defies explanation, defies logic. I want to understand this mystery, High Priestess. So I feel like at this time, this masculine is not necessarily willing to share his thoughts right now with this feminine. So you probably haven't heard from him in a while. You have no idea that he's feeling this way. He could just be observing you. He could just be sitting in his own energy, just kind of consulting his higher self at this point, instead of having a conversation back and forth with you. So a lot of these things I feel like are just being kept inside, not necessarily expressed. But there's just a lot of stuff, a lot of maybe shadow work happening, a lot of reflection on the past, and definitely a lot of reflection on the pain that was caused here in this particular situation. So let's take a look at that heart energy. What is the heart energy for the masculine? Feelings of the masculine at this time for the feminine. Inner child, endearing, innocent, and enthusiasm. What I just got is that you didn't deserve this. I was a monster to you. And I'm not trying to villainize the masculine. I'm just giving it to you how I'm seeing this. But your energy was so pure. Your energy was so light. It was so angelic, like a child. It really filled me up. But again, it's like this monster taking advantage of this child. So that could be why the victim energy is here. So he is thinking quite a bit, and even feeling badly for how things may have gone down, or how he may have treated you in the past, feminine. So a lot of this reflection is taking place. And we have Aware Cat. You are the silver lining in my life. So this right here, it's kind of trying to find the silver lining in this whole situation. Had it not been for you, feminine, had it not been for maybe hurting you and experiencing now this pain and regret of hurting you, he wouldn't be experiencing those feelings that will help him to shift, to change, and not do this again. So in some sort of a way, you are a lesson for him. So he is grateful in his heart for this experience. It sucks that it happened, and it sucked that like you were the victim of his, I guess, monstrous ways. But to me, it's like this innocent child, angelic child, kind of turning into a werecat. Like you probably have become stronger, and in his heart, he probably feels like you've actually become stronger as a person because of what you went through with him. So it's like he's trying to see the silver lining for the both of you. He wants to be a better person, but also now sees you as a stronger person. So that's how he really feels in his heart space about this situation. But we do have feeling restless. So the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. And that right there is about, I want to expand. It's also November energy. Okay. So I do feel like there is this feeling of wanting to maybe do something, or just feeling a lot of this energy that's kind of keeping you up at night. So in the masculine's heart space, a lot of the things that he's feeling, it's like he wants to share this. He wants to communicate with this, but that High Priestess is kind of causing him to withdraw and take a little bit more time on these thoughts or these feelings that he's having. But he is feeling very attracted, and he is feeling restless in his heart space. Okay, so this right here is October energy. This is Libra's season, balancing the scales. Yeah, a lot of significance on these, on right now, okay? Big time with your connection. But this says equality, justice, and correction. Like, I want to correct the error of my ways. I want to do better. I want to be different moving forward. And I want you to know that you had some sort of influence in my life when it came to that. So I do feel like there is this desire, feminine, for this masculine to tell you that you have changed him for the better, okay? That's the silver lining. We have prisoner. Something's got a hold on me. So right now, this prisoner energy, what's got a hold on this masculine could be the guilt, could be the shame, could be the fear, whatever's going on here. But then there's this kind of madness going on too with this restless energy, like something is holding me back, but I'm also feeling restless at the same time. So I do feel like this masculine is kind of trying to balance out his feelings so he knows what to do next. So I feel like there's a lot of chaos and a lot of internal conflict going on. Could be that he's watching you, though. He's watching you. You don't know that he's watching you. That's that whole high priestess. It's in secret. You don't know. So it's like, even though he's not communicating, he still has this desire and still feels like he wants to know what's going on with you. So he is watching you when no one is looking, which means like you don't know that he's watching. And this actually came up in my little mini readings today for Instagram and TikTok. You know, it was someone that's watching you that doesn't want you to know that they're watching you, but they're really desiring you. So that's what I picked up on. All right, let's see what else. And we have family, and that's what it was, Four of Wands. This isn't Four of Wands, but that's what came up in that reading. The reason that they're watching you is because you feel like home. You know, they feel a bond with you. They originally did feel something special with you. And like I said, they may have tried to replace that to find out that they could not. And so that makes it very difficult to kind of now live without you, or to not have that ever again because it was so special. Yep, Grimoire. Our story is written in the stars. And that's just kind of like that magical, mystical, supernatural feeling that this masculine has. It's like, I'm feeling a certain way. It's very extraordinary and different than how I've felt before in the past. So there's something special here. It defies logic. There's something that's written in the stars. There's something very meant to be and fated here in this particular connection. So this masculine is really starting to plug into this fated energy with this feminine. Yep. And I just kept getting this. I'm trying to do better. I want to be a better person. I want to grow from this. I want to improve, you know, from my past actions. I want to do something to better myself, to be just a better person, period. And you had something to do with that, feminine. So that's what's going on in the masculine's head and heart space towards the feminine this week. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the web. What energy is your divine masculine currently stuck on when it comes to you and your connection? So a little bit of that victimization could come up. Something could, you know, just be lurking here. So let's take a look and see what that is. What is the energy here where your masculine is stuck? Where is this divine masculine stuck? So this particular deck is not mine. It's a fan made this deck. So it's not for sale, but these two are. This is my Haunted Masculine, or Divine Masculine Haunted, and Mystic's Midnight Tarot. Let's see. What is this divine masculine currently stuck on when it comes to this feminine and their situation? Okay, we have Jigsaw, a challenge to overcome. So whatever challenge was created here is what the masculine is stuck on, for sure. And we have Against All Odds. Ooh, that's such a cool movie from the 80s, by the way, and also a really, really nice song from Phil Collins. Against All Odds, you're the only one who really knew me at all. So I feel like the challenge to overcome right now, there's some sort of odds that are not in your masculine's favor. Why would that be? There could be many reasons. Okay, so this is what he's kind of caught up on. He's stuck in this energy. That's why we're calling this the web. If you have moved on, feminine, or you're with someone else right now, that could be an issue. Now, that could also be something that's going on with the masculine too. So there could be third party here, not for everybody, but it could just be the simple victimization, the hurt, the pain, maybe the betrayal, the deception, whatever has happened here. It's kind of like against all odds that you would ever trust this masculine or even speak to him or want anything to do with him. Again, at least this is from his perspective. So that seems to be the biggest energy that this masculine is currently hung up on or stuck on when it comes to you in this connection is that past. And it would take a lot of hard work on his part, Eight of Pentacles, in order for the two of you to even be able to make any headway here. So he knows that he's going to have to bring it. He knows that it's going to be hard work for you to trust him again, or hard work in order for you guys to kind of make it as a couple. There could be a lot of things that are standing in your way, a lot of odds that are working against you. So this seems to be a huge energy that this masculine is stuck on at this particular time. So let's go ahead and see what else. We have true love and loyalty, Twilight. It's so funny because I was talking about Stephanie Meyer movie, and here it is, but it was the host. So this and these stories, these love stories, these movies can have some sort of connection to your love story. But what I'm getting here, true love and loyalty, that word loyalty is really sticking out to me. It could be that even though someone truly loves someone, they still feel like they need to be loyal to someone else. So there could be third party here, but it doesn't have to be romantic third party. This could be, I need to be loyal to my family. I need to be loyal to tradition. I need to be loyal to my children. I want to make sure that, I don't create any issues for, my situation with my family, even if they're not romantically involved with the partner. So there's some kind of an issue here where, loyalty seems to be, I don't want to use that and say it's a problem, but it seems to be a factor. Oh, once upon a time, you can't save me. So this is like an issue that the masculine has to work out himself. He doesn't expect you to come in and make it easy for him. He knows he's going to have to work hard. He doesn't expect you to just accept whatever he has to give you. If you can't do it, you can't do it. So his biggest hang up is that you can't really help him with this. This is something he's going to have to do all on his own, feminine. He's going to have to work hard either to get out of this or to deal with this hang up or to get back into your good graces, one of the two. And we have the Lady of Demons. This right here actually is the Page of Swords again. So we have the Page of Swords. So what I feel is that this masculine right now is kind of snooping around to see what's going on with the feminine. It's like he's trying to come to his own conclusions with, are you available? Will you take him back? He's trying to search for some sort of clue as to some conversation, or when would be a good time to approach you, or, is that something that you would ever be open to? And no one can, I feel, feminine, you have really put the ball in this masculine's court. Like, you have just, with your energy, said, I've tried, or I'm not doing anymore. If you want to make this work, you're going to have to work hard, and you're going to have to be the one to make that move. And I feel like this masculine is sitting with this energy now. He knows that he's the one that needs to make the move. All right, let's go ahead and get one last one. Ooh, yeah, Underworld. This masculine is preparing for some sort of battle. Remember the against all odds? Like, there's a big challenge here. But the challenge could just be the wound, the hurt, the pain. It's really difficult after you hurt someone, if that's what's happened here, or if you've done somebody dirty, you've done somebody wrong, to all of a sudden just show back up. That takes a lot of courage and strength, and I feel like that could be the major challenge for this masculine. So it's like preparing for a battle that you are no longer for this connection, that you would be against him and this connection. But we have never gonna love again. Every time the rain falls, think of me. So there's some sort of, every time something happens, this masculine thinks of you, feminine. So this particular season or these months are significant to you in this connection. And he feels like he's never going to have this kind of love with anyone ever again. So that's the battle. It's kind of like he may have to just face this. He may have to just face you, because it will be better than just accepting that he'll never have this again. So he has at least got to try. He's at least got to try to approach you, to try to see if this is something that you guys can do again, because at least he can say he tried. Because I feel like he's tired of thinking about you so much. He's tired of feeling this way, but it being such a mystery. He's tired of thinking, is this just in my head, or is this true? Do you even feel the same? So there's that. Yeah, you're the Queen of Wands. That actually came up in the reading where someone's watching you. You were the Queen of Wands at the very end. So I do feel like if you guys, have social media, might want to check out that reading, because that's the Queen of Wands, Aries energy, very empowered. Feminine, you may have risen up. You may have really taken your power back. You may just be really thriving right now. And that could be one of the reasons that this masculine is a little intimidated to come towards you, because you have laid down maybe the law, you've put up your boundaries, you're doing amazing, you're very independent, very empowered. And again, this is going to be hard to face. You are going to be hard to face. I mean, she is a freaking badass. So you better be prepared. Look, they're both standing very similar here. You better be prepared. You better bring it, or don't come at all. I feel like some of you feminines may have given this masculine ultimatum, kind of like, you better get your shit worked out, because if you don't, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going to deal with the baggage, the just kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's just not going to happen. So this masculine is very much heavily thinking about this connection right now. Now, very much thinking about everything that he wants to perhaps not do, but everything that he once felt with you. And that's enough for him to think about, you know what, I haven't been able to feel this way ever again. That's the motivating factor to try to win you back, try to change the situation, try to turn it around. Okay, so now let's go into the predator, which is what outside influences or parties are affecting your connection at this time, this week. Let's see. What outside influences or parties are influencing things, influencing your connection. This is my Spirits of Darkness and Light Divination deck. Okay, so we have Spirit of the Waters, cleansing, healing, and emotions. So people's emotions, okay, are definitely affecting things, affecting the situation. This could be the emotions that this masculine is feeling. The emotions could be fear. The emotions could be unhealed. This could even be the feminine's energy. This right here is called my Diviner's Oracle. For some of you, this is third party, because we have the ring, commitment, contract, and promise. Some of you, that is what is affecting, is there is another relationship going on, okay? But that's not going to be the situation for everyone. Some of you, this could be the contract or the promise that was made to you, but a promise was broken here. There was a betrayal on this particular contract, okay? So what else? We have the Countess of Souls, which is the Page of Cups, heartfelt message. Some of you guys actually could have heard from this masculine while they were in another relationship. They may have reached out to you while they were in another relationship, and it's because they felt so emotionally tied to you still. And obviously that was the wrong thing to do, because they were in another relationship, but they felt it so heavily in their heart that they just had to message you. Now, that could be what they're feeling right now too. So this could be past, but this can also be, even though I'm with someone else, or even though you're with someone else, I still feel it in my heart that I want to get it out there. I want to communicate to you. I want you to at least know how I feel. Okay? But even if this is not another relationship that is playing out currently, I just feel like this masculine in his heart space is really wanting to share something in the heart space, even though promises were broken. Okay? Even though there is either sadness or a lot of emotions that still need to be healed in this situation. So that's the outside influences that are affecting your connection at this time. Could be third party. It could be people still wanting to connect even though they're not available. I just got that. Okay, so we have the energy of Saint Nick. Gifts, generosity, and assistance. Okay, so for me, this is like someone that just wants to offer. This is an offer. That's Page of Cups is an offer. So there is this outside influence. all of these emotions are also what I'm getting as the outside influence. It might not be another person. It's just like all of these emotions are with the masculine right now. And so it's really influencing him to want to send this heartfelt message. But that high priestess was there holding back, not really sharing. So that's why I got earlier that there is this like internal struggle or inner turmoil happening with this masculine, feeling restless, wanting to say something, but really holding it back at the same time. Wow. Courtship now. Really, really wanting to maybe send you a message if they're available and say, I want to rekindle this. I want to pursue this again. Are you open to it? I want to go back to the beginning. Let's reset this. Let's do it different this time. This is really something that he's feeling and wants to even court you or date you, feminine, wants to prove to you that he has changed. So a lot of the things that he's experienced in his life could have brought him to this point. Like he didn't realize what he wanted and it wasn't clear to him what was important to him until he went through all this shit. Could have been the process of losing you too, that has suddenly opened his eyes. So that could be an influence as well. Yep, there it is. The 10 of Pentacles. My sanctuary, my home. You're my happily ever after. You're my person. You're the one I want to grow old with. It was always you. So it's kind of like coming home finally. I finally have made it back home. I'm sorry it took so long. I'm sorry it took all this shit, all this mess to get here. But that's what it is. I'm sorry that it took so long for me to realize. I'm sorry that it took me to be with someone else to realize what I wanted. I'm sorry I needed to be single for a while and figure out what I was really truly missing or what was important to me. Yep, there's this sadness and melancholy of loss. And that I feel has been the biggest influence. Losing you, being sad over you, that's it. That's what this is. Biggest influence. Yep, being alone, dating, being in another relationship, and then being alone, all of these things. The silence between the two of you, you withdrawing yourself from him, feminine. I feel like he's had to go through all of these things to realize something very significant about your connection. So it's kind of like that's the silver lining. It really sucks that this had to happen, but this was the only way that this masculine would have this true awakening. Yeah, and now this is you are my queen now. You see, you're this affluent queen. You're the one that I choose to have this happy home, this happy life with in the end. So you're it, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so that's what we have so far, you guys. So let's go ahead and go over to the extended. If you'd like to join me over there, we're going to go into unspoken words that the divine masculine wishes to speak to you, feminine. We're also going to see what does this divine masculine regret saying or doing the most at this time. So we're going to go into that victim energy, what actually went down, what actually happened, and what he feels so badly about. Then we're going to go into what he desires and dreams about with you, feminine, all of this energy here. And then we'll go into the garden, which is what is the next scenario that the divine masculine and feminine are going to find themselves in next. So like, where is this all headed? So anyways, you guys, I'll put that link down below if you want to join me over there. And thank you guys so much for choosing to watch this reading. Take care. Bye-bye.